Welcome back to our Rich Root Wealth. Today we're diving deep into a truth that very few people understand about wealth. Money doesn't chase everyone, it only chases those who have shifted their mindset, their energy, and their habits in a very specific way. You've probably heard people say, when you stop chasing money, it starts chasing you. That's not a motivational quote, it's a financial law of attraction rooted in psychology and discipline. In this video, we'll uncover the key shifts that turn you from a money chaser into a money magnet, and why wealth opportunities and abundance start flowing toward you once you make them. 1. The shift from scarcity to abundance thinking. Everything begins in your mind. Most people never attract money because their default programming is built on scarcity. They constantly think, I can't afford this. There's never enough. Rich people are lucky. This scarcity mindset creates a subconscious belief that wealth is limited. And if you think something is limited, your brain automatically puts it out of reach. When you switch to abundance thinking, you begin to realize that money is everywhere. It's not hiding, it's circulating, moving from those who undervalue it to those who respect and multiply it. Once you truly believe that wealth is infinite, your actions start to align with that belief. You stop clinging to every dollar, stop fearing investment risks, and start focusing on value creation. That's when money begins to chase you because you're no longer running from fear, you're moving toward purpose. 2. The shift from spending to investing. People who chase money usually spend it as fast as they earn it. They live in a cycle of working for cash and immediately exchanging it for comfort. But those who attract money think in terms of assets, not expenses. They ask, if I spend this dollar, will it return to me with friends? The wealthy understand that every dollar is a soldier. You can send it to war, investments, or waste it on momentary pleasure. And if you send your money out wisely, it comes back bringing more. This shift from spending to investing changes your financial vibration completely. It tells the universe, and your subconscious, that you're ready for growth, not just gratification. And that's when compound interest, passive income, and smart investments begin to accelerate your wealth. Money chases those who give it a mission. 3. The shift from working for money to making money work for you. Most people work for money their whole lives. They trade their time for a paycheck and call it stability. But time is the one thing you can't get back, while money, when used correctly, multiplies endlessly. The shift happens when you realize that your job isn't your only income source, it's just the seed capital for your freedom. You begin building systems, investments, businesses, side hustles, or content that pays you even when you're asleep. Once you build a structure where money earns more money for you, you'll notice something magical. You stop feeling desperate for opportunities, and opportunities start showing up at your door. Because people can sense financial confidence, it attracts collaboration, deals, and growth. Money doesn't chase workers. It chases creators of value, builders of systems, and masters of leverage. 4. The shift from emotion to logic. Emotional decisions are why most people lose money. They buy high, sell low, follow trends, and panic at the first sign of loss. But when you shift to logical financial thinking, you stop treating money like a roller coaster and start treating it like a chess game. You analyze before acting, plan before purchasing, and invest based on data, not drama. Logic creates consistency, and consistency compounds. While others react to fear and greed, you stay calm, strategic, and rational. That composure becomes your secret weapon. Because in the world of wealth, calm minds attract chaotic money. The more disciplined and rational you become, the more the world trusts you with resources, clients, partnerships, and wealth. 5. The shift from consumer to producer. Every economy has two sides, consumers and producers. Consumers spend to survive, producers create to thrive. When you cross from consuming into producing, whether that's creating content, products, or services, you step into the flow of wealth. Because money follows value, and value is born from production. This doesn't mean you need to be a business owner overnight. It means you start thinking like a producer. How can I solve a problem? What can I build that others need? How can I serve at scale? The moment you start creating more than you consume, you flip the switch. You go from being part of the system to owning a piece of it. And that's when money naturally starts chasing you. 6. The shift from approval to purpose. Many people chase money for validation, to prove something to family, friends, or society. They buy luxury items, cars, and clothes to fill emotional gaps. But true wealth starts flowing when you stop trying to impress others and start living in alignment with your purpose. When your work, goals, and energy are aligned with meaning, your effort multiplies in impact. Purpose attracts persistence, and persistence builds empires. People can feel when you're driven by authenticity. Clients, investors, and supporters are drawn to that energy because it's rare. Once your motive is pure and your mission is clear, wealth begins to flow effortlessly, because now money becomes a byproduct of impact, not a substitute for self-worth. 7. The shift from impatience to long-term thinking. Money hates desperation. When you're impatient, you make short-sighted moves, get-rich-quick schemes, impulsive trades, or high-risk ventures. But when you adopt long-term patience, your entire financial energy changes. You stop asking, how fast can I get rich? And start asking, how long can I stay consistent? Wealth is never built overnight. It's built through boring repetition of smart choices. Saving, reinvesting, building assets, and protecting your capital. The longer your time horizon, the more you compound results. That's why investors like Warren Buffett say, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Once you master patience, you stop chasing, and that's exactly when money starts chasing you. 8. The shift from fear to faith and growth. Fear blocks abundance. It whispers, what if I fail? What if I lose it all? But every wealthy person has one thing in common. They've learned to act despite fear. Faith doesn't mean blind hope. It means believing that every investment, every effort, every discipline contributes to your ultimate growth, even if the results aren't immediate. When you live in fear, you play small. When you live in faith, you play smart. Money loves confidence. When you trust your ability to adapt, learn, and bounce back, you become unstoppable, and opportunities start flowing toward you like a magnet. Because faith is the foundation of every fortune. 9. The shift from comparison to focus. One of the biggest money traps today is comparison. You scroll through social media, see others flaunting success, and start feeling behind. But what you don't see are their struggles, debts, or long years of work behind that one luxury photo. When you stop comparing and start focusing, your energy multiplies. You put all your time into learning, creating, and improving, rather than envying. The world rewards focus. Every minute you spend comparing, you lose a minute of progress. Once you redirect that attention inward, to your craft, your skills, your goals, money starts chasing you. Because you're finally giving your all to the one person who can change your life, you. 10. The shift from income to impact. The final and most powerful shift. Stop measuring your success by how much you earn and start measuring it by how much you impact. Income is a result of the value you provide to others. When your work helps people live better, think better, or earn better, your income automatically grows. The richest people in history didn't chase cash, they chased contribution. They asked, how can I make something that helps millions? The moment your focus moves from what can I get to what can I give, you unlock abundance on every level. Money chases those who make a difference. The silent magnetism of wealth. When you combine all these shifts, something changes inside you. You stop running after money and money starts running after you. Because now, you've become the kind of person who knows how to attract, manage, and multiply it. You think in abundance, act with logic, move with patience, and live with purpose. That's when the real transformation begins. Not when you earn your first million, but when you realize you never needed to chase it. Because the truth is, money doesn't change who you are, it amplifies who you've become. And once you make these shifts, you won't need to chase wealth, you'll embody it. And that's how the 60-30-10 wealth rule completely changed my life. If you got value from this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Remember, wealth starts with discipline, and your journey to financial freedom begins today.